This tattoo of Prince Harry, Invictus tattoo, that's what he called it, backfires big time. We'll talk about this more in details in a second, but before I move on, just to remind you, most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you happen to be one of them, consider subscribing. I want to actually play a separate video for that tattoo thing from According to Taz. She made some good points, even though I don't agree with the first one, but the second one she made point was very, very relevant and very, very logical, and it made all the sense. I'll play the video in a second, but I want to actually show you something else. Take a look at these people, the corrupted elite in Hollywood. They are now leaving United States. For example, Elaine, she left, Portia de Rossi, or they are planning to leave. I don't know if they have left or planning to leave, but they should. It is not about Donald Trump, guys. When you hear this kind of reporting that Hollywood elite, they're leaving, including Oprah, Jennifer Lopez, Beyonce, and all of these people, is because of P. Diddy. We know that the lawsuit is ongoing and a lot of names will come forward. So before that happens, under Donald Trump, a lot of them are packing and leaving and scapegoating Donald Trump and his presidency for that. But this is really not the case. Now, the bigger question is this. Would Meghan Markle do the same thing and leave country? Would she leave United States? That is something we need to really find out. But for now, we are seeing that some celebrities are talking about leaving the country, thank God. And this is actually, especially Ellen, if she does leave, it will affect Meghan Markle big time, because Ellen is a friend with Meghan Markle. What kind of friendship they have, I do not know. But this is what we have seen sometimes on newspaper, Meghan and Harry being with close to Ellen DeGeneres and be taking photos. So if she does leave, Meghan Markle will have really no wing woman, if you like, to lean on to, especially when she would need some popularity, some advertisements or an interview. She will not have anybody to go to at the moment, and we already know Oprah has distanced herself from Meghan Markle. So it's not a good news for Meghan Markle overall, whether you agree with the Trump's presidency and his this impacts this celebrity's decision. But this is what I believe is happening right now. Take a look at Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. This is another report coming where Meghan is now insisting that I want to be part of the peace process, peace deal, because I don't want to be left out. Meghan is right now terrified with her future in the States and elsewhere without Harry, without the monarchy, then their help, and being relevant to the people. She has to. For being relevant to the people, she has to be with the monarchy. She has to have some connection with them. And she is now terrified. She is scared. She is insecure. You name it, you have it. For Meghan Markle, this is a complete disaster. She believes her future is doomed. So what she do? Oh, I need to be part of the peace talk. Harry, you cannot just go yourself, because they might brainwash you. They might tell you something negative about me and you might dislike me. You know they are magicians. They can spell on you. So you have to take me with you, because I'm 100% sure they will convince you against me. I'm 100% sure that when you come back to me, you will have a different face. And so Meghan is terrified right now with her future and all that. Nevertheless, obviously Meghan Markle, she does have her leash on him. And this is why we have seen this. Harry going to this tattoo shop, getting a tattoo. This is a celebrity tattoo shop. Why I'm saying Meghan Markle has influence? Think about this. All this time, Meghan and Harry, they appeared together for Invictus advertisement promotion. You will see them a lot of the time together. For example, they will sometimes play table tennis, sometimes they will do this, sometimes they will do that in order to promote the event, Invictus game. Now we know they have said that we are going to walk separate ways in terms of professional relationship. Harry still needs Meghan Markle with him, and whether you like Meghan Markle or not, whenever Meghan is with Harry, it gets a lot more publicity. That's my point. But now that they have already announced that we're not going to be together professionally, it means Harry is on his own. So what Harry would do, well, I need to do something about the Invictus game, because without my beloved wife, people will not be interested in Invictus game. Because 99% of people who go and watch Invictus Game is because of Meghan Markle. Yeah, we don't care about the veterans. Meghan had it, they don't care about the veterans. Had it been for the veterans, we would not have seen Meghan on the picture at all. So people tune in to see what Meghan is doing and what she's wearing and all those things. And now that Meghan is out of the equation, what Harry does, well, I need to do some promotion. So I need to make it a little bit viral. And this is why you see him going to this tattoo shop, really, to promote himself, to promote his cause, to promote Meghan Markle in the process, because he will bring Meghan with him in Whistler, Vancouver next year. It is all about them. It was never about the veterans. I mean, what kind of promotion you're doing when you're doing a tattoo to promote the veterans' pain and agony and their suffering and their losses? What kind of promotion is that? How does that make it easier for them? How does it make sense that these people lost their limbs? You know, they lost so many of their comrades, their fellow soldiers, and you go and do a tattoo and you have fun in the parlor and you're sharing their pain that way? Oh my God, Harry, you are cringe. Let's take a listen from According to Taz a little bit.
Promo video for the Invictus Games, which has just dropped, seems more about Harry showing how fun he is than it seems to be about, advertising the games, the veterans, the sports. Now we obviously understand why Harry was spotted at a top celebrity tattoo studio when he left the Jimmy Kimmel studios for his Halloween skit. But Harry sits in the tattoo chair and pretends to get an I Am Invictus tattoo, swearing and joking about having it on his arse instead. Seems to be a bit at odds with his earlier messaging when he appeared at the school where he was promoting the new school program, which is about appealing to a much younger audience and being geared up for young families. So he sits in a
Okay, so I don't know if that can be point of discussion in regards to the tattoo, because he can obviously appeal to a much elder demographic, the veterans and people like them, a similar equal age, than to have that anything to do with the younger generation. I don't think that would be a great comparison when it comes to Harry's doing tattoo and what he said in the past. However, I do agree with this one. Let's take a listen a little bit more.
Studio getting a fake neck tattoo swearing. Now, as for the tattooist who is going along with this, he is singer Jelly Roll, a very popular singer at the moment. And it was more about advertising that he will be performing at the Invictus Games. So there's nothing wrong with doing a fun skit like he's done, but it just seems so cringeworthy and it's so far away from what the games are that it just seems completely bizarre and more about self-promotion than anything else.
Yeah, that is the point. It is completely irrelevant to the Invictus mission, goal, purpose. Doing a tattoo for them, having fun yourself, is totally irrelevant to what they have done for the country. It's totally irrelevant. But again, as I said, this is a PR stunt Harry wanted to pull on the people, on his own, and come across as someone who has equal power, celebrity power. Yes, this is exactly what it is all about. I want to actually play a video from The Sun, and the reporter made a very good point about their move to Portugal. Take a listen.
I would have thought that they would be perfectly safe in Portugal, a great deal safer than going to Colombia, which they were perfectly happy to do, which is one of the most dangerous countries in the world. And this whole business of him refusing to come back to Britain because of the security thing seems to be a sort of rather a kind of touchy sort of row he's having with, the whole security issue. I mean, most times when he would have come, for example, when he came over on his own to the coronation, he would have been covered by the blanket security given to all the royal guests attending that ceremony. So I think that's slightly exaggerated in my view.
Okay, so basically what we understand from Harry and the world he's living in is that befriending the cartels, playing poker with them, sitting in their gathering is much safer than going to UK and be under the protection of the UK police. In other words, in Harry's world, people who are criminals are actually friendly people than people who are protecting you This is preposterous, bizarre, you name it. He doesn't want to go to UK because of security issues, but he has no problem going to Colombia and then Nigeria and then settling in Portugal, where he will not be getting the security that he gets in UK. This is the world he lives in. This is how delusional. It just shows that this guy is completely delusional, just like he is delusional when he was doing his tattoo, thinking that it will come across as something very, very advertising worthy. It will come across as a very strong message to the people that Invictus is still here. I'm running this show, and look at us, we're doing great job. Harry, in other words, doesn't know what he's doing with his life and his decisions. Now he's going after the Sun newspaper, and he's the only second person who is doing so. So this is the level of craziness, insanity he's going through right now. He lost himself, and he's losing himself every single day thanks to his beloved wife, Meghan Markle.
But I would have thought it was much more that, there was be a base near his cousin in a beautiful place, a nice place to bring up the children. Obviously, would be more accessible to Europe generally. Portugal's very accessible to all parts of Europe, whereas California is a long way away. And, maybe he doesn't like the Californian way of life. I would imagine that would be quite alien to him. So I think there are many other reasons why he might wish to settle there.
I don't know how come it takes a person so many years is still not getting used to the new place. He's living in California now how many years? 3-4 years now? He moved to Megxit happened when? In 2020? Early, I think January 2020. So now how many years? 4 years, 5 years? He's not getting used to the California life? No, that is not true. He's not getting used to Meghan Markle at all, because this narcissist, she makes his life toxic every single day. So when we hear Harry is desperate to move to Europe, it is not because of California. It is not because of United States that he's not getting used to. He will not get used to in Portugal either. Why? Because Meghan will be with him wherever he goes. He will not even get used to in UK. Oh, I came back to UK. This is a new UK for me. No, nothing is new. It's just that your life is so miserable. She made it so toxic that you don't get used to nothing. So we see this guy, he really needs some serious help. I have some comments. Tanya, thank you, Tanya, for your comments. Mark, Diane, thank you guys. See you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Take care.